The Hey
Hey,
fam,
what's going on? How
what's
you
going
living?
on? What's going on? What's going
How you
on?
doing?
Gonna complain? I ain't gonna complain. I'm Shelly M, and this is my co-host,
Lady T, Tina
Lady
T,
T. Lady T. We got you.
Tina.
Come on, Tina. Tina ain't nobody as fine as she is, skin as
Said
pretty
it,
as she
because we
is.
ain't
What you
said it
say?
this year.
Oh,
We ain't
okay,
said
okay.
it this year. We
We gonna
gotta
come
let
up with
them
something
know.
new.
We gotta
Got
let them know.
Got you, got you. We got Two Men in the back. This is a Words Our Life and Two Men collaboration, and it's the green room, y'all. It's the green
Yeah,
room. Yeah, we believe that you can have what you say, so it's important that you watch your words. But we
absolutely.
also we want to utilize this space for you to just be free, for us to be free, and we hope that the conversation that it brings you some hope, give you some direction, some instruction, and most importantly, we are believers. So this is Bible based, and we try to bring the Word of God to you in a different format and fashion that is relative to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that way you can apply what it is that God supplies you through us.
And
Um,
that you can see that his word is transparent. What he can do for us, he can do for you. We all
yeah,
going through the same thing, no matter how different it may be. It's all the same.
you better come on
So
with it.
yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. So
so what's today's topic?
today we got a topic, y'all, and it might get a little touchy feely because I know it was relevant for me at a point in my life, and I believe it stands true for so many others, even when we don't know it. It's
Hmm.
field versus fulfilled, and it is the search for satisfaction. It's the
Okay.
inner search for satisfaction. And so when we talk about field, I want to give an example. Let's say you hungry and you so hungry you want a steak, but you'll take a cheeseburger.
Hmm. And so when you feel, let me just add to that,
Yeah,
you add to a space. You giving that space presence.
you
So
giving it presence.
yeah,
You putting something in there,
yeah,
but it's really not what you want. It's you putting something in that space, and you are
yeah.
filled up. You got content, you know, but you're
You
not
all right.
satisfied.
You just okay.
You
You
just
okay.
okay. You just okay.
You able to go to the next stage.
What?
Yeah. You
But
able
you
to
just
go to the next
okay.
stage.
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
not satisfied.
You going unwillingly almost.
You
Like
know,
since I got to,
you
I'm gonna do
know,
this. Okay.
and so you, like I said, you want that steak, but you settle for the cheeseburger. You eat it, and your belly is full,
And then your
but you're
stomach gonna
not
be hurt.
satisfied.
Mhm.
But you're not satisfied. You're like, it ain't even really what I wanted.
Okay.
And
So
because I
like,
fill myself with a substitute, now I don't even have room for the real thing that I want.
and I'm rethinking of what I wanted in the first place. Yeah.
And it's only because you fool,
Yeah.
but you fool with the wrong thing.
And you notice you think differently when you want to get feel versus feeling yourself with something different. Your
Come
thinking is
on,
different. Yeah.
because
So
let's say because when you're hungry or when your mind say you starving, you even though you say I'm trying to watch what I eat, you'll grab some flaming hots. You
yeah, I grab that anyway. But for people who watching their weight, you try to grab the light flaming hots, but you really don't need
ooh,
the flaming hots at all. You need the, I guess, water and crackers and
you
sunflower seeds and stuff like that. Is that what y'all eat? But not to take away from it, but yeah, that's a good example.
yeah. You because
Okay.
you in a place where you know what you want, but because it's not readily available, not easily accessible,
We're not willing to
you grab
wait.
what's near. You grab what's
Hmm.
quick, you grab what's easy. And you end up filling yourself, but you're not satisfied.
Satisfied at all.
Not satisfied at all. So
Mm.
we want to talk about some of those instances, some of those examples that we've gone through where this applies.
Okay, you
So,
first.
oh, I knew you was gonna say
You first.
that. The devil. The
Mm-mm, the truth.
devil.
The truth.
Feel versus fulfill. So I'll say there was a time in my career where I was just going through the motions.
Okay.
And so I was filling my day and even my mind with things that were not connected to my passion. I'm busy, but I ain't really taking care of no business.
And you knew this.
And initially I didn't, but it came to a head because I'm praying and I'm hearing or I'm seeking God.
Because
Sometimes
he's revealing to you.
he's revealing to me,
Mm-hmm.
all I know is that there's something missing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the lack or the void is, but I know it's something.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I'm going through the motions, and the more I allow him to speak to me, the more he was showing me what my
This
issue is.
ain't it. Yeah, this ain't it.
This ain't
You
it. And
still gonna be
so
hungry. You still gonna be
you,
hungry.
so
Mm.
you leaving your day just as empty, like looking back, like what did I really accomplish today?
Mm-hmm. How did you get over that?
I had to admit that regardless of what people told me about myself, what
Mm-hmm.
people had placed upon me or that I had accepted as it relates to the reason I was here, my purpose, that
Mm-hmm.
even though I may have been good at what I was doing, that's not what he called me to do.
Okay. Okay.
And so in admitting that I was filled, yes, because I'm doing stuff, I'm not being
Mm-hmm.
lazy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not satisfied. Now I've opened myself up to what's next.
So you recognize that there was a void, no
There was
matter
a
what you
void.
put in it. Okay, so it was
Yeah,
a clear void, an
yeah,
absence of what you needed.
yeah.
Okay.
Because at one point in time, I couldn't wait to get up in the morning.
Okay.
It was one point in time looking at the clock like it's only 3 o'clock. I'm ready to go, ready to
Yeah.
get to work. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The passion was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I know this not what I'm called to. This the abundant life. You got to
Yeah.
be. You
Yeah.
got
And it's not just jobs. We want to state
no,
that it's not just jobs. It could be
no.
people.
Come
It could
on.
be well, really mostly people relate to jobs and people, the majority of that, but it could be a variety of things. So how
It
did
could
you
even
get
be the church.
oh,
I'm
the
just. I mean,
church?
can we be
Comfortability.
honest?
Comfortability that's a factor. We're comfortable.
Yeah, you
Okay.
comfortable even if you're not getting fed no more.
Mm-hmm.
But you just going because it's familiar. You may feel a lack of loyalty if you decide to leave because
Put it on your
you've replaced God with the pastor.
hmm You put
Because
that on your heaven report card,
oh,
like, okay,
oh,
God, I'm still at least I'm going.
but you ain't
Yeah.
getting nothing out of it. Matter of fact, you
Mhm.
talking about how terrible the message is that it's not flowing.
So how do we get over that? How do you get to fulfilled?
Well, first for me, I had to embrace the fact that there was a void.
Hmm
Um, and then just kind of sitting there for a minute. It wasn't I'm not fulfilled, and then here is the answer to address that. I just had to kind of sit in it for a moment and
hmm
accept it.
Moment, meaning it could be days, weeks,
Hey,
months. Hmm
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just had to sit in there for a moment and then say, okay, well, God, if that's not it, then show me what is.
Did he show
Show me
you?
what it is. And he did, he'll show us the what, and we'll tap into it.
Hmm
It's always a trick to it because it's stuff that he wants us to do. So I'm gonna give you some. I'm going to
hmm
restore your passion. I'm,
Right.
I'm going to allow you to go from field to fulfill. But be
hmm
clear, it's an assignment to it.
It's always an
Oh,
assignment to it.
it's an
Assignment
assignment
or
to it.
person. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Assignment or person. I
Yeah.
strongly believe that.
Come on.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
on.
So feel it's been so many scenarios where I've been like empty and just going with the flow and just had to speak to God like this ain't it. From just in living situations, knowing you ain't supposed to be at a specific place, people,
But
and I
talk
can't
about
even
that, T, because some people struggle with relocating, even if it's just down the street.
even if it's because that's a hard. It's comfortable. We comfortable with
Yeah.
that. Comfortable with everything being as it is. No pressure. No stretching. No pulling. Knowing internally we dying. You know. So
Ooh.
yeah, because that internal
Ooh.
stuff when you lay down at night and you know this
Yeah.
ain't where I want to be, you be like, this is not where I want to be. Because you always have to do something to move somewhere. You always have to do something to get something. And
Mm.
most people want to keep what we have that's close to us that we don't have to struggle or fight for just to be comfortable or to make other people feel comfortable. Because when we get comfortable or uncomfortable, it's people around us that's going to move to the way we move. So we cannot move or not feel ourselves just out of can I say dedication to the external situations around us? Like,
You can. If
yeah,
that's, yeah, you can.
yeah. But
Yeah.
moving, like for me, I'm gonna say I was scared. Yeah, yeah. Just, you
Yeah.
know, and when I think about it now, it's always been just me. I mean, I've had help, but I would use situations like, well, my family's here, they're closer, and and all that. But
Excuses.
you really don't even go over there. You don't even want to go to your family
Girl.
house, so you
You
need to
come
don't come
on.
home for
Come
holidays
on.
anyway. So
Yeah.
it's that, and it's. I think for me, it's the comfortability of it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to move from being comfortable. They don't want to be stretched, even though we want more.
Yeah.
Realistically, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not saying
Yeah.
y'all fake out there, but I ain't want to do nothing extra. I knew I had to do something extra, but I wasn't at that moment, at that stage, determined enough. Because you have to get to the stage where you're like, okay, this ain't it. Because it's gonna get to that point where you have
Yeah.
to move. But
Yeah.
to stay there in that situation for extended lengths of time, that's comfortability. To me, it may be different for other people.
But that's good as it relates
Mm-hmm.
to not just being a fear factor, staying
Mm-hmm.
in the field. There's a stretch that comes to being fulfilled. You
Yes.
got to go to the unfamiliar. You got to go to the unknown.
Yeah, you got to do something different. I mean, and that
Mhm.
may include meeting new people in or state, out of state, in your vicinity, outside your vicinity, just doing different things. And anything new scares people. Not scares like, ooh, boo, but
Yeah.
just, what if I fail? What if you
Yeah.
don't?
What
What
if
if
you
you make
don't?
it?
What if you
Yeah.
don't?
But see, we don't think that. We want to know what's going to happen. I
That's
know I
right.
do.
That's
Before the
right.
end of it. Like, if I do move there, tell me what's gonna happen in 2 years because I don't want to waste all my time. When really you ain't wasting no time. It's a growing process in every situation.
Yeah.
So that's our problem. Well, I know that's my problem. I want to know beforehand all the details. And God don't work like that.
Absolutely.
Anybody who know God know He don't work like that. But we
Yeah.
as humans, we want that. God, tell me
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We want the answers.
yeah.
Yeah, we want the
So
answers.
yeah,
Wow.
once we get to the release stage, like, okay, I need to just release this and let God lead me,
Hmm.
we'll be okay. But
Yeah.
that's hard.
It is.
Growth
It's,
is
it's
hard.
difficult.
Yeah.
Life in itself.
Yeah. Growth is
Life in
hard.
itself. Now, what
So
what about some instances where getting to the fulfilled requires us to start over, to start at the
oh,
bottom, to start at the beginning?
you gotta have a mindset. So
Mm.
by the time you ready to be fulfilled, you about ready for the fight. It's a scary thing, but it's something you have to tell yourself. I'm this far now. I can't go back. I don't want that. It's not filling me up. The cheeseburger didn't work. I
Yeah,
want 6 wings. I want 6 whole wings, not cut up, not no party wings.
yeah,
I want six. So we have to get to that mindset of I don't want that no more. I want what's gonna fulfill me.
hmm,
Once you get to that point, your thought patterns change. It's more of a okay, I'm gonna take this step and see. Like it's like I'm gonna take this step. Okay, if it worked right here, I do it. But it is one step at a time.
yeah.
Mindset, action, consistency. You have to
Mm,
be consistent. You can't
mm.
stop because the first step don't work when you already out there. So you got to keep going. And I think that's what we feel. We stop when we feel like we done came out here and we did something. The first thing we tried, even though we thought what we heard was that, it may change and you may
Yeah.
have to do something different to
Yeah.
fulfill you. So for me, I my fulfillment came after many of like, okay, well, okay, this it. Okay. That wasn't
Look,
it. Okay.
I
So
don't
because it can
necessarily know
change.
what I don't necessarily know
Would
what's
be,
going
but
to
I
work, but
trust
I
you,
know.
Lord. Yeah.
But I don't know what's going to work, but I know what's not working.
And I
So I
just
need to get away from what's not working,
yeah.
and at least give it a try.
Yeah. And you gotta learn to listen, not to listen to outside external forces that can sway you, because people see you trying to get fulfilled and they don't want you to be fulfilled because they used to the comfortability of it. So they'll be like, girl, you might as well just stay here. You might as well just stay with them. Why you want something new? Because it don't feel right. It's not right.
It's not for
My
you.
soul is not connected to this environment.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
time is up here,
Yeah.
whether it be a person, place, or thing.
Wow.
So
When it's
yeah.
time to go, it's time to go.
It's externally and internally. Yeah.
Come on now.
Mentally. Yeah.
Come on. You're not gonna have no peace.
Yeah. We be wrapping up 3-4 subjects in one little pot, one little thing. And that peace comes. If the peace ain't with the decision, you're not fulfilled. Because fulfillment comes with peace.
That's what I'm saying. There's not gonna be any peace.
Yeah.
And if you are what's the word I'm looking for? It's some of us that we strive for things. We always working on or towards something.
Mm-hmm.
We're never okay being what looks like stagnant.
Hustling?
Oh, I ain't talking about no hustle.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm like, workers, they hustle. They always want to think about, what, we're going to keep it biblical.
No, that is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There are some of us that we always have a goal.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a goal, we accomplish it. It's like we're always working towards something in some area of our lives.
So we like the busyness of life, to feel needed, to feel.
Well, it's just something in us. So like whether it's I got a goal that I'm going to, I don't know, I'm a redecorate my house, or I gotta go that I'm gonna complete this class. I gotta go that I'm gonna be a vice president in 2 years. It's always something that we're reaching and we're stretching for.
Okay.
And when there are no goals in place, when we aren't working towards something,
because everybody don't make goals, and not like they don't make goals, they just have plans. They don't. When you say goals,
so tell me about because you going into the plan versus the goal.
Because people have a plan. It's another show. See what I mean? But I wanted to relate. Like people think, I don't have no goals. I'm gonna plan this, and you may even plan it in your head. But it's always something, and that plan don't work out. So now you like, okay, you still on it.
Well, come on, let's talk about the difference between a plan and a goal, because even in realizing that I need to do something different, that I'm not satisfied, there is a plan, there is a goal, but tell me what's the difference? What you think is the difference?
I think it's the difference. So for me, a goal is something that I know I see the end result. This is what I'm reaching for. I done did all the planning and all that. A plan is I'm day to day changing everything that I want. Or details may change in like day to day. The goal is the finished project. That's what I'm aiming for.
Come on.
So plan something, it could change at any moment. Like, okay, this ain't work, so you got to try this way. The goal's still down the line, but the plan is changed.
Yeah.
So we
it's
get
not
stuck
concrete.
on.
The plan is not concrete.
Yeah, your
and
plan.
You leave room for yourself to change them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then is the plan related to the goal?
See, now you're getting deep. That's like some mentoring, some training, a goal.
I want us to be fulfilled. Like I want us to see the end result. So we gotta plan. We gotta plan, and we gotta in that plan have room for that plan to change to get to the goal.
Come on.
The goal is not gonna always be a direct route. It's gonna be this. So you gotta have a plan. That even if that don't work out, the goal is still the same, just the way getting there may change. Ooh. So people give up during the planning process. Not the goal is still there, but the planning process will hinder us.
So
I'm
you
talking
might have thought
YNs.
you might have thought you had to take I-57 to get
When you got
there.
to get up on that raggedy Bishop Ford with the
Ooh,
potholes, the
ooh,
ones you don't see at
ooh,
night when you drive. You
ooh,
triggering me, girl.
ooh, ooh, ooh,
But I'm
ooh.
still gonna get to that house.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
get
house
there.
is still there. The
I'm
house ain't
gonna
going
get there
nowhere.
because that's what my
Yeah,
satisfaction is.
yeah, I'm here.
That's what my satisfaction is. So I got to get
Oh,
there no matter what.
no
You better
matter
come
what,
on.
I
You
might
better
have
come
to
on.
take I-80 with the trucks, but my
Wow.
house is still there. The house ain't moved.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's what it is. Oh, is this a message?
What? So there is a parable in the Bible, and I believe it's Mark 17 or something like that, or Mark 10, I think. And there was a rich man, and he knows what he's missing. He
Okay.
goes to God, and he's like, what do I need to do to enter into heaven? I
Mhm.
that is my place of satisfaction. I need to know that I'm gonna get to heaven. And at the
Is
end of
this
the
the
day,
one who hid his money? He hid it
no,
in the
not
ground?
that one. This is
Okay.
the one where God then wrote down all these things, like all these things that you shouldn't do, don't
Hmm.
murder, don't do all that. And he's like, I've done all that. Now he's a rich
Hmm.
man. He ain't
Hmm.
wanting for nothing. And
But
so,
God asked him to give him his money and follow
come on.
him. And he
He
said,
said,
"Oh,
give it all away.
wait a minute, Lord. You
And
joking."
he walked away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
He walked away from it. Said he hung his head down. He walked away from it because he didn't want to part with his possessions. And some of us, the fulfillment can be revealed in front of us, but it may cause us to give up some stuff.
Ooh. Ooh.
It may cause us to have to walk away from some things, to walk away from some people. And the question is, do you want it bad enough to get that stuff up? When you weigh it, it's just because I know sometimes we can start on that plan and we can begin on that road that the plan
And
leads us
everybody
to,
with us,
but
and everybody ain't meant to go.
everybody not meant to go, but we'll run into some things that we didn't expect and got to say, okay, at this stage of the road that you're on to reach the finish line, you got to let this thing go.
Mm.
You got to get this thing up. You may have to not even understanding what one thing has to do with the other because
Because it wasn't part of your plan.
it because he knows what the end is. He'll
Mm-hmm.
give us a glimpse. He may not give it all to us, but it may
Mm-hmm.
be something that we be like, but what, I don't understand what that has to do with. So he may
Mm-hmm.
press upon you, stop drinking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Or you need to stop listening to this type of music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could be small things, or it could be, okay, it's time to sever that
Just
relationship.
yeah, oh,
You
just so
know,
you could hear me, so I could show you how to get fulfilled. Hmm.
whatever it may be. And so, like this man, will we say, okay, God, because I want what I know is going to bring me that satisfaction, that success, that is kingdom success? Or are
Hmm.
we so attached to things and people that we'll tell God, no, I'm good?
To be human, we are attached to things and people, and we won't
Mhm.
say, "God, I'm good." We'll be like, "Well, let me just see for myself," or "Hold on a minute, God. I know you right, but I just need to see it, even though you done seen all the signs, because you just wanna see physically that I need God to tell me, Tina, this not it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have the signs in there. But that's what people battle with.
I
So
know.
yeah.
I know. Are we willing to do that?
Are we open enough to do that? So
Mm.
that's a readiness. Are we ready
Yeah.
to do that? Are we
Yeah.
ready to be fulfilled
Yeah.
versus filled? And I
Mm.
think by the time we get to that decision, most people are ready. I think it is, like I said, comfortability and fear at the end.
Mhm.
So the thing then is, what do we do to be fulfilled in consistency and fulfilled in purpose?
Oh, now
Like,
what are you talking about? Huh?
because once you get
Come
fulfilled,
on.
that's not the end either.
Well, I mean,
You
so
have
wait,
to.
tell me, girl, you had just said something that made me grab my pearls out of my ear. Girl, I'm
Because it
grabbing.
gotta be what we searching for is all connected to our purpose. So what you think you're searching for, you may think you're searching for a new house, but, and I'm just throwing this out there, it could be a house. What you're searching for, you think it could be a house, but the house has to be somewhere where God is intertwined, where you have to speak to his people, where you have a job to do, not per se churchy, just in the kingdom part. So that's the fulfillment part of it for me.
Okay.
Am I making myself
That's
clear?
good. That's
So
good.
we think what we want is just for us, but it's
But
not
it's
us.
not.
It's not. That void is God. And he gonna show us it's not it, this not it, this it, but it's tied to this, which leads back to me. So I can distribute through you. That's
Okay,
what
so
fulfillment comes in.
you said fulfillment and purpose, and what else did you say?
I said consistency. Because we got to be consistent. Once we fulfill, we happy now. We don't want to get off track. We don't want to go back. We want to move forward, because then it's another goal, another plan. Because once you get fulfilled, you ready for more.
And that's what I'm talking about. We always got another goal.
Yeah.
Once we reach that, it's like something in us. He's like, okay, now it's we always working towards something because we always at work for him.
So should it be easier or harder once you fulfill?
I don't think for me it hasn't been easier.
Okay.
And I'll say the reason being because we're constantly on assignment. Constantly on assignment. Even it's like the fulfillment is a reward for being obedient. You know, he like, I'm gonna give you some. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some at the same time.
And it's gonna be long lasting. It's gonna be something you're gonna be like, when I got this, not settle, because when people hear settle, they think settle, but when I did this, I didn't know all this would come with it. Yeah, because some comes with it. So
but he always has us on assignment. It's always something that he wants us to do, even when he blesses us with something. When he blesses us with the desires of our heart, which brings about that peace, which brings about, okay, I'm satisfied, I'm content, I'm good. Like you say all the time, it's not just for us. Now we get a piece of it to keep. You know what I'm saying?
My name gonna be on that part of my name gonna be there. You're gonna see my name. I played a part in this, but it's not for me.
It's not for me.
It's not for me.
It's always something to it. So for instance, when I wanted the job so that I didn't have to travel, he gave it to me. And I was fulfilled. I was content. At the same time, he said, now that you're in this place of fulfillment and contentment, I need you to show these people that I'm real, that I'm here. And so it's like, okay, so you gave me this. I'm happy about this. But boo, you got a lot of work to do.
I was going to say, now the hard part coming on. Now you got to say, is this what because you would be like, this ain't even what did I really want this? Yeah, you did. You did.
And so when he shows you the part that he didn't show you at first, because a lot of us, if he shows us the whole picture, we're not gonna go.
Like myself,
I'm
not going, God. You gonna drag me, Lord, drag me.
It's real talk, because
it's human.
It's human. Because who wants to go through? I don't.
Nobody. Everybody want everything easy. I still be looking for easy stuff and stuff. The easy stuff ain't even worth it, because not only then are you unfulfilled, you probably in a mess.
Come on,
the easy way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's the truth. We know that we shouldn't. We know that if it came too easy, it's probably not good for us. It's probably not gonna last. But real talk, I don't want to go through. I want it to be easy too. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have showed me the bigger picture, if he would have showed me the whole picture, I may have, as we said in our last episode, I may have settled for.
And God knows we ain't going if he show us the whole picture. So it's about character building too.
That too.
Character strength.
That too.
Yeah, it's a lot of factors that plays into being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Because your needs may change. Like what you thought you needed to fulfill you is not fulfilling to you. Now I need this to fulfill me, because it's part of that destination that I'm at. So am I satisfied? Satisfied, and I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna use the word happy.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the word joyous.
Okay.
But it should be a piece with it. Because happy is emotional. Joyous is internal. But it should always be a piece with it. So And
It's
fulfilled.
something. It's something. It's truly something. I would hate for us to get to the end of our life.
And I was just gonna say, fulfillment comes with different phases of our lives. Like in 6 months, you might need, like, this one thing is not gonna satisfy me forever. In 6 months, it may change. I'm sorry.
It's all
In
right.
6 months, it may change.
That's right.
So
That's right. Girl, is you selling something?
now you know what?
It
won't cut off.
is this? I mean, is this? Did they not know that tonight?
She
is
will
not
not.
the-
She is not satisfied until I pick up this phone. See, I'm gonna call you back.
Because they folks trying to get fulfilled.
Yeah, 'cause now I want now, but no, right now she's trying to fulfill her own needs. So we go through different phases of being fulfilled. I don't want to be stuck in one phase saying this it. I know that since I'm fulfilled at this, like in a new job, I'm fulfilled at this level.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna stay at this level for long.
Yeah.
Right now I'm trying to learn it. It's exciting, but I'll be bored. So then I know myself. I'll start like, okay, what is it now, God? What do I do now? So then I move to the next level. But I was satisfied. My needs have changed. I have to grow, and that's what I think being filled and fulfillment is too. It's a growth process.
It is.
It's about learning to adhere and to adapt to growth changes.
Come on.
And learning what you need or what you thought you needed to grow, you didn't need, because all you need is God, and He gonna place everything around you that you do need for each step. But we're so comfortable with what we have, we don't want to let go because we just don't want to let go. We scared of what's ahead of us, but we don't want to let go. But we gotta let go to grow, and that's gonna fulfill us.
So because something just came up in my spirit, and even though
everything always coming up in your spirit, everything be coming up in your spirit. What came up?
And even though I know you're not married, I know that you can speak to it. Okay, you ready?
Did you? How you know I ain't married? I could have got married this morning.
Girl, you ain't. If you got married, I already know.
You're right. I ain't married.
We about to stop. We about to stop this episode. I'm on my way to your house.
You're right. You're right. Okay, so I'm not married. What's your question, sis?
So, because at the same time, there are some things that we've committed to, like a marriage relationship, and we go through these phases where we feel like we're not fulfilled anymore. It doesn't mean that we're supposed to grab our stuff and move on to what we think is going to fulfill us.
You can do that if you want to.
There are some bigger things that we have been called to, that we have to put in the extra work to renew.
Okay.
So it said you being satisfied with the husband or the wife of your youth. Okay. Which says in itself, y'all not young no more. Okay. So you go through these phases because you people, you've been with somebody 25, 35, 45 years.
And you human. And each person is going through their own life spurts and life growth. Yeah.
Right. So in your search for satisfaction now, because you don't feel like you're satisfied no more, it doesn't mean that you pick up and go somewhere else. You can stay right where you are and go through the growth changes together.
And figure out what it is that we think we need from each other to satisfy us.
Come on.
Together or apart, so we can come together and make this work. Because in a marriage, you're supposed to make it work. So it's something missing internally from both of us that we're not letting each other know, that we're not satisfied. So we don't have a plan to make it better. We just, most people just bail out. They don't think to, let's sit together and work through this.
Let's work through it.
How can I feel? How can I feel? Well, I need more space by myself. Even though we married, let's say Sunday's up from random time, 9 a.m. to 2, I'm going to do me. And you know what I mean? That is different stuff like that.
I do.
So
I do.
Am I so
You making sense.
okay?
You
So you
making
gotta
sense.
feel those. You gotta be, and first off, you gotta be able to have those conversations.
Now see,
Most
now
people,
you talking. Now you
yeah,
talking. Cause
most people don't even want to have the conversations.
my brother
No.
called me after our depleted podcast.
Hmm.
And it was a very intense conversation
Okay.
because it ended up going into relationships. And at the
Okay.
end of the day, even though there were some things I disagreed with, there were some things I agreed with. And
Mm-hmm.
even in this type of situation where you don't feel fulfilled anymore, but you gave not just the person you're with, but you gave God your yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to be able, like you just said, to have those
Hard
hard,
conversation.
honest conversations.
That's not accusatory or
None of
demeaning in
that.
any way. It's just honest, valid feelings
It's
that we need to work
feelings.
out. Yeah.
And you have to make the decision that I'm not going to sit here for the rest of my life and be in a field state. I'm not going to sit here and be in this type of relationship to say I got somebody to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to step outside what has become my comfort zone, and we're going to make the decision that we're not living like this.
And they have to be, the other party has to be in agreement too.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
they
So
have
it
to
has to
be
be a we.
genuine.
It has
Yeah.
to be a we.
Mm-hmm.
Because your goal then is for true satisfaction. Because other than that, even if you don't want to and you may not act on it, there are needs that are not getting met.
It's harder to be in an environment where not only you, but other people around you are unfulfilled and you have to
But
work together.
and you both know it,
Yeah.
but
And
but
you
you
know,
but you've settled into being into coexisting.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just roommates.
Oh, that's hard.
And you just going through the motions with each other.
Mhm.
You sharing expenses and you sharing where you live and all that.
You my
And
brother.
the cover of it look real
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
when you present this entity to the world. It looks amazing, but the truth of the matter is y'all don't talk. Y'all don't spend no time together. It's the religious, how you doing,
And
happy birthday.
internally that has to be draining.
Because at the end of the day, the spirit within you that is the spirit of God knows this is not the abundant life
Yeah,
that that
no,
that, that
no.
I'm supposed to be living.
And it's not the partnership life.
Come
I'm
on.
supposed to be able to acknowledge and tell you, and we both come to an agreement that's gonna work for both of us.
Come on.
So
You supposed to be
yeah,
my bestie.
yeah,
We
yeah.
supposed to be kicking and laughing the whole nine. We
But
supposed
that
to be
means
doing that.
somebody is, and they don't necessarily mean this. I was gonna say one, because well, it could, like, one person may grow at a faster pace than you, so you have to, like, you may think he's fit for you. Okay, you're unfulfilled. He's acting like he, and I'm not gonna say acting. He's
Mm,
filled. You don't see, he don't have a problem. You got a problem.
correct.
So how do you do that? How do you beat that fulfillment?
For me, it was still about having that real conversation. And
Okay, so
again,
on
like you
both
said,
sides. Hmm.
to say without, like you said, being accusatory,
Hmm.
without
Or
blaming
demeaning.
or
Hmm.
demeaning,
Hmm.
but to put your needs on the table. So you can't hold people accountable for something that they don't know nothing about.
And then that's a test too, because if they not willing to come into agreement, you know right there that this not gonna fulfill you. You gonna have to. I mean, I mean,
I
it,
do.
yeah,
But that's, I
yeah.
mean, that's in a dating relationship. When you marry, you put out here that these are my needs, and when I tell you, God has got to be in the midst of that thing, because initially, let me take it. Let me go to the very beginning.
Okay.
Sometimes we enter into not just relationships but marriages in our broken state.
Oh, 99% of us do. Yeah.
Okay, so then
Well,
once we
not
get
me,
to
because
the
I ain't married. I'm still around.
because God is healing you and making you whole. So when
Yeah.
when you
I'm
connect
gonna
with
tell
your
like
low
that
ass,
too, Lord.
you
I'm
ain't got
gonna
to
be
you ain't
30.
got to
I'm
be bothered with
gonna
that.
be 30.
You
Yeah.
know.
Cool.
But we make long term decisions in a short
Mhm.
term state of life. We
Mhm.
broken, and so we rebound. Mary in our rebound state.
Mhm.
Eventually, you get whole, you get healed, and then you looking at what did I do? What is this?
Lord, you should have told me this a long time ago.
But he
So,
was trying, but
but
you was broken, trying to feel that
and,
10%.
and you still married.
And you've entered
So,
into again. Your covenant is not as much with your spouse as it is with the Lord.
mhm.
So it's not about, oh, okay, now I'm healed, I'm whole. I'm about to bounce.
Yeah,
Deuces. No,
you can't do that.
you
No, you
can't do
can't.
that. So you
Yeah.
realize that, whereas like you said, at one point you were fulfilled, now you're just filled.
Mm-hmm.
But if you honest with yourself, the place that you're in, you need to take accountability for, because you were not honest when you came into the
Yeah.
relationship of the marriage. You
Yeah.
weren't honest. So now you owe that other person a real conversation to put your needs on the table, and not as if you give an ultimatum, but being honest and say, you know what, your how is everything. And you need to pray for God to give you the words and the tone when you
So
having
they
that
can
type of
receive you
conversation.
and won't take it in a way where it becomes an argument or you
Yeah.
just want to leave or how am I not satisfying you?
Right.
Because yeah,
Right. And so,
okay.
your goal is for you all to collectively be fulfilled. And again, you in searching or in praying, you have to allow God to show you the difference between your needs and your wants. Okay, so
Yes.
that you are able to put your needs on the table, not just your wants. So you both
It's
can collectively be fulfilled. Because if you frustrated, and even though he think he okay, because y'all won, whether you want to be or not, your frustration is, he knows about it.
yeah,
He
he
knows
does.
about it. Because you're
Yeah,
not having it. You don't have the
they
ability
do.
to have it.
Even co-workers, I mean, it's not relationship, it's co-workers, it's family, it's everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's
So
everything.
it's about acceptance, acknowledgement.
And being willing to do your work to get from one stage to the next, to
Well, no,
get
and
from
I was gonna
field to
say be brave, but
that
that's
too.
exactly what I'm. But no, that ties into what you just said. Be
Yeah.
willing to do the work. Be strong enough to
Come
like
on.
this it. And if
This
it
is.
doesn't work, then this ain't it. And that was I'm not saying leave it up, but that's God showing you this is not going to fulfill you, no matter what you thought, because you've tried and you've exhausted every option that you can in the
Yeah.
correct way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, fulfillment is so because we human, we and I know we said this already, and I guess I'm because I'm thinking we never really fulfill. Like we always gonna want something else. We always gonna be
Well,
in a state of movement. You, if I'm
mm,
90, I want to still be driving. I
I
want to be
mean,
driving at 90.
to a certain extent. So, like for me, it was no matter how much weight I lost, I was never satisfied.
But I never fat.
But because of my trauma,
Okay.
I'm always fat.
Okay.
And so my point is, I had to allow God to do some healing within me so I could get to the point where I was
Mentally though.
content. I was content with myself. Now, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop working towards some other goals, but it's not
Mhm.
because I don't like me.
Okay. So you
I'm
know the difference and you
satisfied.
feel the difference. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
satisfied. I just got some goals, so I'm satisfied. If I don't reach my goals, it's not like I don't have no peace.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You're comfortable.
My goals are then the sprinkles to the icing on the cake.
Okay.
So that's one thing, as opposed to me always wanting something. Me always wanting what I don't have is
Mm-hmm.
different for me, because I was at that place too, just not satisfied. I was the mama that Prince was talking about in his song. I'm just like my mama. She ain't never satisfied. Nothing ever satisfied.
Nothing satisfied you.
Nothing. But that's because I wasn't happy within myself.
Okay. And
I couldn't be satisfied because I didn't know what
yeah,
satisfied me.
what does Shelly really want?
I
What
didn't
does it
know.
take? Okay. And that's
Yeah.
human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Now,
So
you were younger or like more recently? I
you
mean, I
ain't got
know.
to be asking about how
I'm just
recent it
saying.
was. I'm
Just saying.
just
I know
saying,
you're 40. That was maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah.
girl. I mean, because it definitely
Okay.
crossed over into my adult age.
Because
To my
our
40s.
needs and our wants change and our satisfaction change as we get older. So
Yeah.
whatever phase you are in life, you and I guess you got to. I guess I could say, at whatever phase you're in life, how is that fulfilling to you? How has being satisfied up to that point made you want more fulfillment or more or just to be fulfilled, period? You've been filled all your life. But now I know at
Mhm.
this point I want
Yeah.
to be fulfilled.
Yeah. I want to be
Am I
satisfied.
making sense?
I want to just be checking boxes. I don't want
Yeah,
stuff to be doing stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I,
you
I
gotta
want purpose, like you said.
Yeah, you gotta know who you are. You gotta
Yeah.
know what you want. You gotta acknowledge it. You gotta
Yeah.
be willing to do the strong stuff, the
Yeah.
brave stuff. I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
strong, the brave stuff. And
Yeah.
that's so hard because we don't want to face nothing, especially women. I don't know too many men
Hmm.
that if I do, they hide it so well. I think they
Okay.
satisfied because men
Yeah.
can have stuff too, but we got to be ready to acknowledge it, do the strong things, ask God for clarity. You always got to ask for clarity and discernment. You know,
That's
if you can
good.
discern what you don't want, you already know what you want. So,
That's good. That's good.
but it's
That's good. That's good.
fulfillment
So
comes with
what?
peace.
So what? In closing out, if you had to leave our audience with anything, what would you say?
Don't be scared to try something new. If you're not filled, you'll feel it internally. It's not abnormal to not be filled, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
But begin the process. What you want, what fulfills you, what do you need to do to get to that point? Be ready to accept it. Don't get stagnated by the bumps and bruises like the Bishop Ford with all them potholes on when you be driving at night.
Come
You
on.
just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Um, and just ask
Yeah.
God to just, for me, I always ask God to put people around me to let me know, okay, you doing the
Good.
right thing. Not like, go on, Tina, you can do it. Just little signs or something like,
Yeah.
we may talk about the same thing and it come up and I'll be like, okay. So, and in many conversations, you'll find out it's not just you. And no matter what it is, it's always somebody. So the takeaway I want is to just first acknowledge what you want, what fulfills you, and be ready to go for it.
That's what's
Don't
up.
be disturbed by any outside or external forces.
That's what's up.
So,
That's what's
yeah.
up. So
And
family, we
it's
don't
the
want
time.
anybody to live beneath the promises of God.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord, He died for us to live an abundant life, the very best. Not what is easy, not what is accessible, not what we don't have to stretch for.
Yeah, and being
No.
happy because when we feel we happy, and then in the next hour we be like, "I hate you," and I
Right,
don't
because
want
that's an
that. So
emotion.
yeah, you want
Yeah,
that peace, that joy that
yeah,
comes with it. Like,
yeah,
thank you, Lord. I'm okay. What do I do now? How do
yeah,
I make use of this now? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So go reach for the stars, y'all. And then when you get
yeah,
to the stars, exchange your ceiling and make it the foundation that you stand on. Never stop reaching for the very best. Never once you realize that what used to fulfill you now is just filling you.
yeah.
Don't stay there out of familiarity or comfortability or even fear. By
Please
all
don't
means, by all
keep
means,
going.
by all means, my prayer is that everybody that taps into this episode, that you die void of potential, that you exhaust all the potential in you. I mean, wear potential out.
You just be using them big words. I pray the same thing. And I pray that they know that transparency is okay. People
Yeah,
gonna see you on your not filled days versus your fulfilled
yeah,
days is all part of the process. Just go in faith, knowing you could do it. I ain't
that's
got
what's
no
up.
big words.
You girl, it was big enough. It was big
But
enough.
and it's a
Yeah,
process. It's not gonna happen overnight. As we say this on every episode, growth, life, it doesn't happen overnight.
yeah.
Acknowledgement happens and then the process starts.
Yeah,
So
that's good. So we love
okay.
y'all to life, and we will see
Mm.
you all in a couple weeks. And by all means, if there's anything that you
Put
would
it in
like
the
us to talk about,
comments, share it,
yeah,
tag it, let us
yeah,
know.
And if
Say,
it's
Shelly, talk about this.
anything, in anything,
Anything.
yo, anything, and if
Yeah.
it's anything that was said that sparked you or that you believe will be a blessing to somebody else,
Mhm.
please share it. And by all means, subscribe. Let's get these numbers up, y'all, so we can take this thing.
Don't have me come to y'all personally, whoever, ever, everybody. I'll come to everybody personally. Subscribe now.
Subscribe, share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and
Yes.
subscribe. Yes. So
Yes.
we love you to life, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, y'all.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Good night.